say in general, Moshe Rabbeinu's breaking of the Luchos is a fascinating dynamic. Because remember, again, he did it of his own volition. He comes down from the mountain, sees that Klal Yisrael has built the golden calf, and decides on his own to break the Luchos. And that was a real roll of the dice. Right? Kadosh Baruch Hu did not tell him to do that, but he did it on his own. So the Gemara Darshan is over here that ex post facto, the Ribono Shel Olam gives him a shkoyach, tells him shkoyach for doing that. I can say there's so much to be said about why Moshe Rabbeinu went ahead and broke the Luchos. Why Moshe Rabbeinu broke the Luchos? What did he understand that he was trying to accomplish by going ahead and breaking the Luchos? What did he think he was going to do? So we often assume that Moshe Rabbeinu's logic was punitive. Klal Yisrael, you made a terrible mistake, you did something terrible that you should not have done, and therefore again you don't deserve this. I'm going to come back to this. Well, we don't have time for it right now because I want to get a little bit weiter in the Gemara. But I will say, but understanding Moshe Rabbeinu, why he? Fine, I'll tell you right now. So I'll say, so I'll tell you something interesting. So there's an incredible idea. There's an incredible idea brought down in the name of the Talmidim of the Baal Shem Tov. That's how I saw it quoted, Talmidei Abesht. And I will say, get ready for this. The way leadership works, very quickly, the way leadership works is that, at least in Judaism, the way leadership works is that a leader can't be in an ivory tower, right? So sometimes people have this idea that leadership means that you're mufka, you're removed from the common folk, you're removed, there's the constituency and then there's the leadership. There's the leadership. In Yiddishkeit, the power of leadership is to be part of the people. See, part of the people. So I say, get ready for this. Get ready for this. When Moshe Rabbeinu comes down from Har Sinai and he realizes that Klal Yisrael has gone ahead and essentially broken or fractured their bond with the Ribono Shel Olam. Moshe Rabbeinu understands that in this moment, this is incredible, it is his sacred task to elevate the people. You can only elevate the people if you are there with them shoulder to shoulder. So Moshe Rabbeinu says, they've severed their bond. The only way for me to lift them back up is for me to fracture my bond as well. So what does Moshe Rabbeinu do? This is a manhig. What does Moshe Rabbeinu do? He takes the luchos that he just spent the last 40 days with the Ribono Shel Olam creating. They created those. Ribono Shel Olam wrote them and made them. But ultimately, again, it was done Moshe and Kadosh Baruch Hu together. They represented the totality of their bond. And what does Moshe Rabbeinu do? He throws it down. He fractures it. He says, if their bond is fractured, then my bond has to be fractured also. Because the only way for me to lift them up is not for me to be above them, but for me to be together with them. Moshe Rabbeinu willingly fractures his bond so that he could go ahead and redeem and uplift a broken people. I'll say that's a manik, that's a leader. That's a Moshe Rabbeinu, a willingness to give up of your own ruchnius, a willingness to sacrifice your own elevated status, to be able to give and to do for your people. That's what Avas Yisrael is. When you're willing to give up of your own ruchnius because you recognize that it's only if you stand shoulder to shoulder with your brothers and sisters that you're able to lift them up, to give up of your own elevated status because you want to bring them out of their compromised status. That's a manik. That's a leader. And therefore Moshe Rabbeinu of his own volition, Moshe Rabbeinu of his own free choice, throws down the luchos, fractures his own relationship. Why? So that he can be able to help Klal Yisrael repair their fractured relationship. And after the post-acto, Kadosh Baruch Hu says to Moshe Rabbeinu, shkoyach. Right? Asher shibarta, yasher kochecha, sheshibarta. At the end of the day, Moshe Rabbeinu, shkoyach. Shkoyach that you broke the luchos. Because again, you showed Klal Yisrael, first of all, you showed the world what leadership is, and you showed Klal Yisrael. I was like, can you imagine in that moment when Klal Yisrael saw that Moshe Rabbeinu fractured his own relationship so that he could help them repair theirs? He gave them the most incredible chizuk. He gave them the most incredible strength. He helped them to believe in themselves. That was the power of Moshe Rabbeinu and the true paradigm of Jewish leadership. Also, we have to